Hi guys, I'm Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and welcome back to my small space desert garden that I grow in the middle of the city. I am excited to take you guys on a little bit of a tour today because I have a lot that has grown and I also have a lot that I can actually pick. So that's exciting news. I haven't posted a video in a long time. If you guys watch my other channel, you know that I own a fashion and beauty expo. So that took up about 2 weeks of my life, but it was Sunday, so now it's Tuesday, so I have time to garden and Lord knows I need it. So come and see what I have going on. Okay, so I have my little harvest basket here, and then I also have the snips, and I am ready to go. So you guys are going to see a couple pest issues in my garden because, as you know, a garden needs love. It needs love and it needs attention, and I have not been giving it as much love and attention as it needed, so some of my things that didn't get watered on time or just I haven't given love and attention to, they have suffered a little bit. But we're going to grow it all back for the things that died or have gotten eaten by pests, and we're going to cut all the things that we can. And as you guys see, I only have a small harvest basket because I only cut things as I need them. And I also have a small space garden. So I cut enough for like that week. Usually my greens, if I'm not using them that day, I don't clip them until I need to use them. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to go in and do is pick some of my chard. I love Swiss chard, and if you guys have never grown Swiss chard in Arizona, it grows the best. It's probably like the best growing green that you can grow in Arizona. So I'm going to use a couple of these for dinner, so I'm just going to go in and grab a couple. They're so pretty. First up, let's start here with the radishes. Now, I thought it was going to be too hot for my radishes to be out when I first started them, and so I covered them. But I really didn't need to. So as you can see, the leaves got super big, and the bulbs are just starting to bulb up, and some of them have not even bulbed up yet. I did pull radishes out of some of the beds that were in, or some of the pots that were in direct sunlight when I thought it was too hot, but these ones are just now starting to come in. Now I have neglected watering this bed. As you can see, it is a little bit dry. I watered it a little bit yesterday, but I missed like 2 days of watering. So all of my spinach is suffering. It has been eaten by something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, because there's still little baby leaves on parts of it that they didn't get. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to give it a good watering and just give it some food, give it some love, and it'll grow back. My Swiss chard, nothing eats Swiss chard but us, and it grows like a weed, so it's amazing. I pick it when it's pretty young. I don't let the leaves get super big because I have a small space garden, and this will take over your garden. So if you're using it as you need it, you don't need more than 4 plants to feed 2 people. Back here is my kale. It is growing a lot slower, and as you can see, something has eaten that one. So I think that not watering it has made it a little bit angry, so we will fix that today. So everything is doing really good in the new garden bed that I started. We'll start here. This is the nasturtiums. I really want to try these flowers. I've saw them all over YouTube, so I decided to grow them and try them this year. I have them here and then another place in my garden. These are celery. This is dill. Those 4 are my collard greens. That collard green had an accident. That collard green had an accident. So I only have 4 left. And look at this, guys. I just noticed it. This is my garlic. I planted some garlic, and I'm not really sure. I've never planted garlic before. They're all here, but we see that one has popped up. So I don't know if that's a good thing. Somebody tell me down in the comments, should I bury that with more mulch? Here is a cauliflower, and then I have oregano, cilantro, parsley, and a Jersey cabbage. And then this is my artichoke. I'm really excited about this because artichoke is very expensive. I have onions planted here. I don't see any leaves. Oh, nope. I see something coming through right there. If you guys can see that, I don't know. And then I also have a sage plant. Sage is another plant, or another herb that I grow everywhere because we love sage, and sage keeps you pretty healthy. And then up here, I have just some lemon thyme, which smells amazing, some oregano, and then some thyme that I don't remember if it's German or English. I don't remember the seeds I had, but I need to let it grow back. We have been using this way too much. And then some Greek oregano too as well. So herbs are something I would say I should plant a lot more, because now that I'm creating my own seasonings and I use fresh herbs in pretty much every dish that I cook, I go through them, and the plants are not as happy about it because I don't have these giant huge herb bushes. So I will be planting a lot more of those and trying to let them grow out a little bit. If you guys have been following along on my Instagram, you know that my shishito plants are going insane. I have shishitos everywhere. So I'm going to get in here and pick these today. I'm really excited because my tomato plants, all of them are starting to get little baby tomatoes on them. So this one is a tomato plant that I thought was going to get a lot taller. Once again, I have a trellis and it's not tall enough. And then I have a regular cabbage here. I have just some flower pots. And then I have a basil plant that keeps getting wild and crazy. Can't wait for the tomatoes and the basil to be wild and crazy at the same time. And then I also have a Jersey cabbage over here. And then my bok choy is starting to finally show some life, along with the sage that I planted right here too as well. Alright guys, so I got this many shishito peppers just off of 2 plants. This at our grocery store right now are, I want to say $7.99 a pound and $16.99 for organically grown shishito peppers, which I grow organically grown shishito peppers, and the plants cost me $1.25 each because I did buy these as transplants. So that's about a half a pound of shishito peppers, maybe like 3/4 of, I think, no, like a 1/4 of a pound of shishito peppers, which is plenty as a appetizer for Mia and Mr. Benson. I like to cook foods in little different sections. So I like appetizers and a main course and a dessert when I cook dinners because we work a lot and we don't get a lot of time to sit down and really enjoy meals. So this right here would have cost me a lot at a grocery store, and these plants are going to keep producing and keep producing so that I can keep eating from them. So I think it's really important that you realize that as a small space gardener, if you put a couple of plants in of different things that you like, then you're constantly going to have food. Like we're going to eat Swiss chard today for dinner, and then we're going to have shishitos tomorrow, and then we'll have something else, whatever else we have in here. Alright, so moving along guys, we have another tomato plant. Out of all my tomato plants, this one is the one that's doing okay. I think it needs some calcium or something like that, so maybe I'll crush up some Tums and put down there, but that one's doing okay. My red cell lettuce is doing pretty good. We had Taco Tuesday last week and we used some of that and it was really good on the tacos. My beans are doing alright. We have some beans on here that definitely need to get pulled. So I'm going to go through all of these bean plants and see which ones have beans on them that need to get pulled. But they all have something on it. So I'm going to go through and I will come back and show you guys how many beans I have. Oh, and that's my rosemary bush getting a lot bigger. So my green bean harvest isn't as impressive, but I had a lot of them on there that I think still need a couple of days. The first harvest for green beans isn't as great, but as you move on, because the more you pick, the more they grow, so you'll get a lot more and more each day. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put them in a little Ziploc bag in the refrigerator and just collect them for the rest of the week, and then maybe have green beans on Friday. Now what is impressive is this eggplant plant right here that we have. So this plant I have had for now, I want to say since May or April, and it is doing well. Like, it keeps producing eggplants, and I haven't had to do anything other than just water it and give it some fish fertilizer every now and then. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick these. I'm doing it one-handed, so it's gonna drop all dramatically. And then look at this one too. One thing I really love to do with eggplant is I like to slice it up and put it with radishes and squash. Now, I got some radishes and some squash from our local farmers market here in Arizona that's right down the street from my house. So I'm going to put them all together, put some olive oil and some salt and pepper, and then I'm going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees and roast it. So I'm thinking this should be around Thursday's dinner. Okay guys, so one thing I'm insanely excited about is that I have a cucumber. I have a cucumber in November. I think this is great. I only have one so far, but it's huge because I've been meaning to get out here and pick it. So I'm going to show you guys that. I'm going to pick it, and then that's going to be the first thing I eat actually for breakfast when I get inside. So this is my cucumber plant. It is looking so super rough, but it was worth it to grow this one homegrown cucumber that is ginormous. The other ones, I don't know if they're gonna make it. I'm probably gonna give it some time. As you guys can see, there's aphids all over this bad boy. So I don't know if they're gonna make it. It's pretty cold, so I'm not sure, but I'll give it a little bit of time after I cut this one and see what it looks like. Guys, I had to sit down for this because I grew this. Oh my god, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. It's so nice. I can't wait to take it inside and eat it. And you know, I wasn't so sure about planting cucumbers as late as I did, because I knew like November, like the days in Arizona are fine. Like, they're totally fine to grow any type of hot weather vegetable. But the nights in the desert sometimes drop down to like 30 degrees, 20 degrees, and even though it's still like 80 degrees here right now during the day, at night it's getting down to like sometimes anywhere between 50 to 30 degrees. So, or 35 degrees. That's why the cucumber plant is not loving life completely as much as it could be. But it was worth it because I get one last homegrown cucumber before it gets ridiculously, well, it won't get ridiculously cold, but too cold to grow cucumbers. So if all it grew me was one cucumber, I'm thankful for it. Okay, so our next tomato plant, this one is the Phoenix tomato. I'm so interested to see what this tastes like just because it's called a Phoenix tomato. But you guys can see, look at this. It is growing some nice little tomatoes on there, and they're getting big. So I'm hoping those turn red and I get to eat them. I got some flowers. Mums still need to be pulled, and those ones still need to be thrown away. But sage again, because sage is healthy for you. I'm going to do a whole video coming up here on herbs. And then some more flowers. I have jalapenos that are growing in nicely, so I'm excited about that. And then over here I have my mint plant that we've been using for mojitos. And then I have lemon balm that's taking forever to just grow and give me a lemon balm. Does anybody know how long does it take lemon balm to get to this one? This one I bought as a transplant. This one I grew from seed. So this one we've been enjoying. This one I've been patiently waiting on. But I also have flour over here, and this one I don't remember if I put in here cilantro or parsley. So that's going to be a fun game to figure out. Radishes did better that were in direct light. These are the radishes I was talking about. I've already pulled 3 of them that we had for dinner yesterday. But as you can see, these ones are already bulbing up, and the little baby ones are already starting to get a lot bigger. And I just put these seeds in right before I took these ones out, like a couple days before. So those are growing a lot better being in direct light. And you see like the leaves aren't as green and full because they put all the energy into making the bulbs. So this is another snowball cauliflower, and then this is another one too as well. At least I hope. It also might be a cabbage. You know, when you forget to put signs on things, they get a little mixed up. And then we have some flowers, and then just some more radishes in here. Alright guys, that's it for my garden tour today. I'm going to take this lovely cucumber and I'm going to take it inside, cut it up, put some salt on it, and I'm going to eat it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We do have a seed giveaway going on, where when we hit 150 subscribers, that will be our next giveaway, and I will mail out 4 winners seeds from the Great American Seed Up that we had here in Arizona. So right now we're at 140 subscribers. So excited about that. Thank you guys all for such amazing support that you show me here on Instagram, or here on YouTube and on Instagram. I really, really appreciate and love the support, and Facebook too as well. So I'm going to take all this inside. Thanks for watching, guys.